Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Recovered on Purpose show, Monday Motivation. Today, we're talking about do it anyway when everything is telling you no. Enjoy the show and keep living Recovered on Purpose.
The black represents the darkness from which we came. The white represents the light in which we now live. And the red represents the passion it takes to live Recovered on Purpose.
Good morning, everybody. It is wonderful to see you. I love you all so much. Happy Monday. It's a new week. It's a new you. And we have every opportunity to go at our dreams and make them a possibility. Not only make them a possibility, but make them happen. I love you all. We're so blessed to be in recovery. We're so blessed to be made to make it out of where we came from. And guys, today we're going to be talking about do it anyway when everything is telling you no. And the first thing we're going to talk about is setting goals for your life. Okay, because for a while in our life when we were in our addiction, the only goal we really had a lot of the time was just to get off drugs. And now that we're in recovery and we have all these new possibilities, we have this new life in front of us, it's really important to start moving towards a life that we want to live, moving towards those dreams that we've always wanted to do, that vision for our life that we have that we want to achieve in our life. And there's a couple different ways to set goals. One goal is an achievement goal, something that we want to do, something that we want to have in our life, something that we want to accomplish in our life, whether it's, getting that degree, or if it's a certain body type, if we want to get down to a certain body fat percentage, or if we want to, become an addictions counselor, these kinds of things. What we want to do for this is get a piece of paper out, write tallies down the left side of the piece of paper, set a timer for 3 minutes, and then write down as many goals you possibly can, just things that you want to get done, things that you want to accomplish in your life, and write them in the present tense. Like I have a brand new Nissan Altima. I have a 12% body fat. I can run a mile in 6 minutes. I wrote a book. Write these goals down and just keep going down the list until those 3 minutes are up. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to look at that entire list and you're going to pick one of those goals. Pick one of those goals that you believe would take you to the next level in your life, that you really want to do, that you want to do more than all the other ones, the one that you see and you want that in your life. Then you're going to circle that one, and you're going to get a new piece of paper, and you're going to go really in depth with what that dream would look like, what that goal would look like, what it would feel like to have that, what it would do for your life. What, if it was a black Nissan Altima, you're going to write down the year of it. You're going to write down the color of it. You're going to write down all the things that you can possibly think of in your mind that would be. And then you're going to open up another piece of paper and you're going to start writing out everything that you need to do, what you have to do to make that thing happen. If it's becoming an addictions counselor, you're going to start writing down, I need to find what school I'm going to go to, find what certificate I'm going to get, find the financial aid, or figure out how I'm going to pay for it, find out how much it is. And you're going to write down the list, everything that you have to do to get that done. And then each day, what you're going to do is pull that piece of paper out and pick one of those things that you're going to do. Just pick one of those tasks that you have to do every day. And soon that goal is going to be accomplished in your life. You're going to have that thing in your life. You're going to achieve that thing in your life. And what that does for us in our recovery, this is ultimately relapse prevention. Not only is it going to be giving us things that we want in our life, we're going to be, achieving things that we really truly want in our life and not just coasting and doing the motions of life. But when we're going towards these, we're actually rewiring our brain and the reward system in our brain, that we are somebody that does what we say, and our mind can start to feel that we are accomplishing things. We start to get those different dopamine hits, those natural dopamine hits for accomplishing things in our life. And if you do this over and over and over and over, you're going to continue to build the life that you want in your recovery. And the more that we build a life that we love in our recovery, the life that we want to be living, we're going to be so far removed from drugs that we're not going to be thinking about it. We're not going to be thinking about those. And that's an achievement goal. The next goal is called a habit goal. Now, this is something that, you know, this takes us to success more than anything else in our life. This takes us to the life that we want more than anything else. And a habit goal is when we say that, 5 days a week, I work out 30 minutes a day. 5 days a week. That's a habit goal. I'm creating a habit where I'm working out 5 days a week. For me, it's doing my cold plunge 5 days a week. 5 days a week in the morning, first thing in the morning, I hop in water that's 33 degrees for 6 to 10 minutes. 5 days a week. This morning when I got up, I got up and my mind immediately is like, it's Monday, I don't really want to get cold right now. We have the show to do. And I can tell you right now, I am still cold because what I've trained my mind to do is to shut up. You don't have control over this. You don't get to negotiate with me. You don't get to tell me that, oh, well, we can do it tomorrow. Nah, we said we're doing it today. So we're doing it today. And if you start training your mind like that, when you write something down and you say you're going to do it, and we are going after this thing, we're going to read 10 pages a day. We're going to go to the gym today. We're going to go run today, whatever it is that we said we're going to do. And when our mind starts telling us, oh, we can do that tomorrow. And we start training our mind to shut up and we do it anyway, the amount of things that we're going to be able to accomplish in our life is astronomical compared to if we keep allowing our mind to tell us that we don't feel like it. I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it. And there's so many things in our recovery and in our life that are going to come up that we might not feel like doing. But when we do them, the reward on the other side is huge. It's enormous. Hey, hop in the comments and say what's up to everybody. What's up, Kelly? Good morning. Good morning from Delaware. What's up, Annette? Good to see you. Good morning, brother. Thank you for my recovery. Love you so much. Thank you for my recovery. I love you. Kelly, I'm not an addict myself, but I love a former one. Thank you for being here, Kelly. Thank you for the support for the community. And this goes to everyone out there that isn't really in recovery, isn't an addict, but you are in this community. You are welcome. And we thank you. We need the support from everybody. And addiction is not just a disease for the addict. It affects everyone around us. And we're all aware of that. And we love you. Thank you for being here. Write your goals as if they already are yours and they will be yours. Amen. Write them like they're yours. Write them like they're here in the present tense, and then do the steps. Start doing the things to get them done. Amen, Ginger. Good morning, Kelly. Good to see you. Good morning, coming in from Washington. Would have had a year next month, 3 months sober. Hey, this is the time. This is the time to do it. You got 3 months. Whatever happened, just put it in the past. Just put it in the past. And a lot of us are relapsing in the first year. A lot of us are. And the thing that I've learned is when it says that 85% of people relapse within the first year of leaving long-term treatment, and I started hearing these things when I was in fellowships and I was newly in recovery, and I remember this old timer said, look to your right, look to your left, and within a year, there's going to be one or none of you here. And I stood up. I was like 25, 26 days sober. And I stood up and I was like, no, let's all make a decision right now. Let's all stay sober. And I was so excited because I had this fire in me that I'm going to make it. And what that did for me, right? I don't care about the statistics about the people that fail. I care about the statistics that it's possible and it's going to be me. So I'm telling you that it is possible for you. And you can absolutely get this year and beyond, right? And anything that you need, make sure you're reaching out to my page. Just message me and let me know what's going on. Next week, I'll have 5 months. I'm actually mentoring someone. Amen. Way to go, Kelly. Love it. That's where the real freedom comes in, where the real blessings come in, is when we're helping others. I love it. Right on. Good vibes. Let's go. Early morning interview. Let's go. Watching and listening from Washington State, U.S., January 25th. We woke up with 9 years and 6 months of proud time. Let's go, Pam. Always good to see you. Love you so much. 2 months and 19 days clean. Let's go. Recovery rocks from Stanford, Texas. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. And guys, in the first year, it's extremely important to be doing these types of things. Extremely important to, work on our recovery foundation, and also start doing these things that are rewiring our brain towards success, towards, it doesn't get to tell us what to do. Just because we have an obsession or a craving or something, or we walk by a trigger, that doesn't mean that our mind gets to tell us we're going to go relapse and use. No, that is not what this is about. No matter where you're at in your recovery, whatever day you're on, if you're 2 months and 19 days, if you're 3 years, or if you're at 3 months or 2 days, whatever it is, it's key to start training your mind now. And it's doing things outside of the recovery work, doing the exercise, eating healthy when you're making a decision if you're going to eat that cupcake, whatever it is, and you know that you don't want to on the way to your goals. I eat cupcakes sometimes because I love the way they taste and, gives me some joy. But if you know that it's not taking you to the goal that you want to do, training your mind that you make the decisions is huge for recovery, especially in early recovery, because you'll actually get a bigger dopamine hit from saying no to something than you will from doing something that gives you a little pleasure in the moment. When you start to build that momentum of being who you are as you want to be, your brain starts to feel that, your body starts to feel that, and you get more and more into yourself. So love you guys. Wednesday, I got 200 days sober. I love it. What's up, Amanda? Congratulations. Good morning, Jessica. Good to see you. I don't suffer from substance abuse, but I have broken my eating disorder of 22 years and broke a plateau, and I've been on for the large majority of my life. Amen. Congratulations, Kelly. May 24th, 2019, Indiana. Let's go. All right. The next thing is daily disciplines equal success. And again, this is something where we're training our mind that we do what we say we're going to do no matter what. We're not going to wake up in the morning and think that I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing my spiritual practice today. I don't feel like reading my Bible today. I don't feel like journaling or whatever it is. We sit down and we do it because we said we're going to do it. That's where success comes in. Success will never come from how you feel. Because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of things that I do on a daily basis, my mind is like, I don't feel like it. But I do it anyway because I know that this is what's taking me towards the person that I want to become. It's making me truly portray who I really am to myself in private and to the world when I'm trying to help people. Because everything that we do in our recovery, and every single one of you right now, whether you're at 3 months, 2 months, 3 years, 5 years, everything that you're doing in your life right now is an example to someone out there that's struggling and suffering right now of what recovery is like, what life is like on this side of recovery. Every single thing that we do. And there's someone out there right now that is counting on your recovery to find recovery themselves, no matter where you're at. If you're at the 2 months and 19 days, right now, there is somebody preparing for the day that they meet you when you're 6 months or a year or 2 years, clean and sober, that's going to meet you and be counting on your recovery, your life, and how you portray recovery to them so that it attracts them and they ask you how to do it. There is someone out there right now for you. Daily disciplines equal success. When your mind says, I don't feel like it, that's when it's crunch time. Because I know every single one of us wakes up in the morning and we start to have all those feelings about the day. I just want to hit the snooze button, or, I could do 10 more minutes, or I don't want to do the cold plunge today. I'm just going to go do this. We have all those feelings coming up. But in that moment, when we quickly make that decision that, you don't get to tell us how to feel or what to do. We're doing it anyway. The amount of, you start to get the feeling of successful. You start to get that feeling. And that's what success really is. Success isn't a Lamborghini and big house and cars and things like that. Success is your daily actions and the way that you're serving people. The way that you are in control of your mind when it tells you, I don't feel like it. That's where success really comes from. And success is is all about the pursuit. It's about the pursuit of the next level. It's about the pursuit of personally developing into the person that you want to be in your life. So when your mind tells you no, when your mind tells you I don't feel like it, that's when it's imperative that you do it anyway. Because every single time that our mind says I don't feel like it, and we don't do it because it told us we don't feel like it, our mind is going to be rewired and stronger and stronger and stronger towards someone that doesn't do what they say they're setting out to do because their mind tells them I don't feel like it. But every time your mind says I don't feel like it and you do it anyway, it will get wired and wired stronger and stronger and stronger towards being able to make those decisions in the moment to do it anyway. And that's the whole point. We want to be able to write down what our life is going to be. We want to be able to make the decisions that we want to have, the things that we want to do in our life, and then actually go do them. It's, for a long time in my addiction, I would write things down. I would write goals down. I would say places I was going to be. I would say habits I was going to do. And I was never able to actually fulfill them, because if it was 3:00 and I said that I'm going to go knock doors and sell DirecTV or whatever it was, and it comes 2:45 and I still can't get a hold of the dope man, I wasn't going to sell. I couldn't. I didn't feel like it. I wasn't really able to. And what that did to me was it wired these highways in my brain that I was somebody that couldn't count on himself. I was someone that couldn't do what I was setting out to do. I couldn't achieve goals. So in my recovery, what I've done is be hard on it. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. When there's something that comes up and I don't feel like it, I do it. And it's wired my brain back. Like, all those highways are still there. All those highways of me having these goals and setting out for them and everything, and not doing them, they're all there. But the point is that I've rewired them so that those highways now go towards the decision to do it anyway. And it's helped me so much in my recovery and in my life to do these daily habits and set these goals. You guys have seen some of the things I've done. I mean, a lot of you have been following me for a while, and you've seen some of the things that I love to do. You've seen the different things that I set out to do, and then I did them. I just want everybody to experience that. Everybody. What's up, Michael? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. I was just talking to you on that other post, man. Amen. Every day I struggle and fight with myself to get past my depression and get out of bed, but no matter what, I do it. Amen, Michael. It's exactly what it's about. And man, I want you to pick up the book, and you can pick this up on Audible. I actually listened to it on Audible. It's called Spark: The Revolutionary Science Behind Exercise and the Brain. And then I want you to talk to your doctor about what you can do to get that 25 minutes in 5 days a week of your resting heart rate up to 80% of the max. It does all of these different amazing things for the way that we feel, for depression, for anxiety, for PTSD. It helps women in postpartum depression. It helps, addicts specifically. There's a whole chapter for addicts in it. So really, really suggest picking that up. And it's called Spark. I'll put it in here. Spark: The Revolutionary New Science on Addiction and Brain. Pick it up on Amazon, and you can do it on Audible, or you can read it, whatever you like to do. But I highly, highly recommend. The S. Spark. The Revolutionary New Science on Exercise and the Brain. All right. It's a really good one. Really good one. All right. Now, this is a big one too. When someone close to you says it's not going to work. And I know that you guys have had this experience where you confided in someone that you wanted to do something, and the way that they came to you with it was like, dude, you don't want to do that. What are people going to think? Dude, you can't do that. That's too hard. Or dude, I think you should just stay like in your job. All three of those things I have heard. when I was getting ready to write and publish my book, and I confided in a couple people because I told them I'm going to tell my story, and they knew my story. My story is full of some crazy stuff, and I was literally told, "Don't write your book. Don't publish your book because what are people going to think? How is that going to affect your career? How is that going to affect, the way that people see you?" And as this was coming at me, I was thinking, I'm like, man, I have to. I feel in my gut that I'm supposed to do this. I feel in my gut that my story is going to be able to help people, and I can't let, the opinions of others stop me from doing what I believe God is calling me to do. And the beautiful thing is that when I sat down and I wrote that book and I published this book, the amount of feedback that I've gotten from people that had nothing to do with addiction, have no idea, what addiction is truly like, that read that book has always been positive. I've never really gotten any kind of negative um stuff from people that read my book. And it's really interesting that all those thoughts that were coming from this person that loves me, they were literally saying these things out of my best interest that they could see. And that same person that told me that, actually, after they read my book and they saw everything that was going on and all the people that were messaging and saying the things that it was helping them and all that kind of stuff, this person was super proud of me. And we never really, because I don't even remember if they remember telling me not to do it, and I don't really want to bring it up to them, but it completely changed their mind after actually doing it. And if there's something that you want to do in your life and someone close to you, whether it's a family member or a close friend or even a sponsor, and they tell you that, you shouldn't do it because of this reason or that reason, and you know in your gut that you're supposed to do it anyway. Do it anyway. If you know that it's something that is taking you closer to your dreams, closer to your goals, closer to that purpose for your life in your recovery, do it anyway. Because once it is finished, everybody else that sees is now going to be privy to why God had you do it in the first place. And all that negative thought and all those things that they're trying to stop you doing it with, that's all going to be gone. So don't worry about the opinions of others. Talk to God, talk to yourself, and, confide in your sponsor. But sometimes I've heard of sponsors giving bad advice. So if you know that it is something that you are supposed to do in order to take you to your goals, as long as it's not taking you back to drugs or something, obviously, then do it, because that's where your dream is. That's where your life is in doing what you feel and that you're supposed to do. And you get so rewarded. You get so rewarded. Now, there's also 2 reasons to keep it to yourself that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you have, and I, this is directly from me telling people that I was writing my book, telling different people about all the things I'm doing with Recovered on Purpose, and, different things that I'm doing in my life and this kind of stuff. And, I've stopped telling many people what I'm going to do for these 2 reasons. Number 1, if they're not someone that is actually going to help you achieve that dream, help you achieve that goal. For instance, if you are going to write your book, if you're going to write a book and you're going to publish the book and everything, and you tell somebody that literally knows how to write a book, has published a book, and they're going to give you advice on how to make it happen, tell them. But you don't want to go to, a group of people that are close to you that have never written a book before. None of them have written a book. You don't want to tell all of them, "Hey guys, I'm going to write a book," And the reason is, there's 2 reasons. Okay. Number 1, it opens up for the negative stuff to come at you. Period. It just does. There's people that will say, dude, yeah, I mean, it's so hard to write a book. How are you going to write a book? How are you going to find time to write a book?" And every single one of those things that I just said, those now become thoughts that come implanted into your head. The negative things that other people say, when we open them up to what we're going after, their negative things that they can say to us will actually be there for us to think the next day or the next day. We might wake up and we set our alarm because, we're going to wake up an hour earlier because we got to get ready for work. But an hour earlier, I'm going to work on this book. And when we wake up in the morning, we're going to hear, oh man, that's so much work. How are you going to write that book? How are you going to publish it? What are you going to do? And all these things can pop up just from hearing that person's negative thoughts. Now, that's one side of it. But here's another side. Number two, the second reason you don't want to tell a whole bunch of people about what you're setting off to do is because you can receive the praise early. If you tell somebody this great big thing that you're going to do, and they're like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing that you're doing that. And they start giving you all this praise. You actually lose motivation to actually get the thing done. Because the way that our mind works and operates, right? It operates on a reward system. And what we get when we tell somebody that we're going to, write a book that's going to help people and all this stuff, when they hear that and they start praising us for it already, our mind has already received the reward for writing the book. And we can actually stop ourselves from doing it subconsciously because we've received the dopamine and the serotonin and the oxytocin release from that person praising us just for telling them we're going to do it. So when you have a goal in your life and you have something big that you want to do, tell a couple to a few very close confidants that can actually help you get there. But the really cool thing, imagine this. Imagine you're writing a book. You're going to write a book and you're going to launch a book and you're going to release a book. Imagine the difference of having 3 or 4 close people that you tell you're doing it, that you ask for advice, that help you get there. Imagine only telling them, getting it all the way finished, doing all the work and everything. And then the only way that everybody else finds out that you're doing it is when you launch the book. Imagine that kind of feeling. That's what it's about. I've got one more thing for you guys, but I'm going to hop back in the comments and say what's up. Let's go. Tammy, you are 50 Shades of Inspiration and Light. Love you, Tammy. Good to see you. How far he has come is amazing and motivational, and his insights help more than most others. Love you, Michael. Good to see you, brother. Always. Always, always. Amen. Hearts and kisses shared. Love you. Positive vibes only. Yes. Let's go. First thing in my sobriety, my biggest goal, even before I got addicted, was to start my own business. Everyone told me I'd never make it. I would fail in first year. My profile picture is me on a job exactly 1 year after starting it. Let's go. And I'm still doing it. Started a landscaping handyman service, and I love it. Keeps me motivated and focused on the long end. Amen, bro. And that's what it's about. If you're someone that wants to have a business, that wants to have that freedom, and here's the thing. A lot of business owners will tell you, we work a lot more than 40 hours a week. We do. We don't have the 9-to-5 security of working for someone else, right? But there's a certain kind of freedom that people like us feel just by being able to say, well, I'm choosing to work 70 hours a week this week. I'm choosing this. I'm in control of this. I get to set my goals and I get to set forth what I'm doing, my schedule and things like that. And it's a different kind of breed. We like that thing. That's what we want to do. So proud of you, brother. That's amazing. And I know it. I feel it. Preach it. Good morning. What's up, Mike Ward? And recovery family, God bless. I'm watching from Ontario, Canada. Yes. What's up, Catherine? Good to see you, girl. It's been a while. Love the hair. I love what you did with your hair. You like what I did with my hair? I shaved like yesterday or something. Let's go. True. Dapper Dom. I'm Dapper Dom from Irving, Texas. I've been clean and sober of illicit hardcore drug usage since 9/20/2022. 4 months, 10 days, and alcohol, liquor, bad spirits since November 6th. You got November 6th? Dapper, that's my sobriety date. Let's go, Dapper. Let's go. Proud of you. And here's the thing, man. Stay in contact with me through this first year. I want to celebrate with you. Whenever you get 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or a year, message me to this page. And that goes for everyone out there that is in early recovery. What I'm doing right now, I love to celebrate with you guys and find out the different pathways that people are going and how they're getting clean and sober in early recovery and what's working. Because there's a lot of people out there that need to hear what's working right now for all of you. So stay in touch with me, stick close. I love to hear from you guys, and I'm super, super proud of you. So keep it up. Keep it up. Keeps mom busy and not thinking of going back. Yes, amen. Guys, I have a really quick announcement, and then I have one more thing to go over with you guys with. And this is a really exciting announcement that I have. So check this out. Be right back. What's up, family? I have an exciting announcement for you. This year, we'll be doing monthly launches of our courses that will bring you into weekly coaching with me and weekly one-on-one coaching with a certified Recovered on Purpose coach to train you exactly how to get your story out to more people and help addicts get clean. And guess what? We will have 100% scholarships available for those that are in need of financial support. At the end of the first 30-day course, you'll be upgraded to weekly group coaching with myself and other coaches and given the opportunity to get certified to be a Recovered on Purpose coach as well. There will be all kinds of perks to being in the community, and after 90 days, you will be eligible to work with Recovered on Purpose, sharing your story in your local community and being paid hourly plus daily bonuses. Imagine having a part-time job in your recovery where your job is sharing your recovery story and the community movement we have at Recovered on Purpose with the public. Decked out in fresh Recovered on Purpose gear and out there helping your community with your story. None of this is possible without all of you helping spread the message and our donors and sponsors supporting this mission. I want to thank all our bronze, silver, and gold donors with a special thank you to our platinum level sponsor, the King's Brotherhood, where the most elite businessmen come to grow and ascend to the next level in their business. If you're interested in giving to this cause or becoming a sponsor of this cause, visit recoveredonpurpose.com/donation. Enjoy the rest of the show and keep living Recovered on Purpose. Amen, amen. And guys, I don't know if you've been following me for a while, but I know, I do a course, I do coaching and things like that. And, I just became 501c3 at the end of last year, which means I'm nonprofit. And I've been able to start receiving sponsorships and donorships and funding and things from people to start helping people with this movement without having to say I can't work with people that can't afford it. And I love this community so much. I've been working on this for over 3 years now. Over 3 years I've been doing this as a side business, as a passion project to help this community. And we actually have an opportunity this year to go really, really big. And it's not going to be dependent on people having, a bunch of money in their bank account to work with me. And I'm really excited to be doing this year. We're going to have hundreds of people going through this and helping thousands and thousands and thousands of addicts find recovery. So keep that in mind. We will be doing this. We are doing this, and feel free to message me anytime. Love you guys very much. So here's, I'm going to turn these colors back on just so that we can talk about one of my favorite things to do in recovery is the bucket list. The bucket list. And guys, I know that you've all heard of what a bucket list is, but the practice of this bucket list is so inspiring. And the way that I want you to do this is really give yourself, a good hour, like a good hour to sit down and write out the things that you want to experience in your life while you have time here on earth. Whether it's, for me, like skydiving, or you want to visit Europe, or you want to visit Asia, or, you want to get a puppy, or, he's right there sleeping. No, he's right here sleeping. These different things that you have on your bucket list. And you can have as many as 100 if you want, or you can have 1,000. It doesn't really matter. You want to hit 12% body fat at some point. You want to run a 6-minute mile, whatever it is on your bucket list. Write these things down. And then when you get to the end of it, you have to pick one that you're going to do this calendar year. Circle it, pick a date, how you're going to do it, and do it. For me, the first thing I did in my recovery that was on my bucket list for years, since I was like 17 years old, I always wanted to go skydiving. I always wanted to do it, but when I was seriously addicted to drugs for, my whole life, I wasn't able to get away from the drugs for long enough to go skydiving, and it costs a lot of heroin to go skydiving. But on my 6-month recovery anniversary, on my 6-month birthday, I went skydiving for my first time. And what it did for me was incredible. The way that I felt like I was somebody that gets to do life. I'm someone that gets to make decisions and gets to have experiences in my life now because I've found recovery and I deserve it. And each and every one of you out there, you deserve the life that you want. You deserve the life that you desire, and that God really already planned for you before you were born. And anything that's on your bucket list, that thing that you have that you want to do, it's already yours and it's there for a reason. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Go kill it. Go help some people and keep living recovered on purpose.